Taylor about the fucking flex.
In the last 2 or 3 years, the Milwaukee Bucks were looked at as one of those teams that had a very bright future and should be an elite team in no time. But in those 2 or 3 years, they have either lost in the first round or missed the playoffs. When you have a superstar like the Greek Freak on your team, constant first-round exits is a big disappointment. And it's not like they play in the Western Conference. This team last year never won more than 4 games in a row and never lost 4 games in a row. The definition of a mediocre team. I've always wondered what this team could have been if their best players would have stayed healthy long enough to develop chemistry. It seemed like when Jabari Parker was playing great, Middleton was recovering from an injury, and vice versa. So this team has some decisions to make this offseason. First, hire a new coach and decide if they want to re-sign the former second overall pick of 2014. And one of the most underrated moves this offseason, the Bucks hired former Hawks head coach Mike Budenholzer. The Bucks had problems defending the three-point line and rebounding. Budenholzer is an experienced coach who has a track record of developing players and had a 17-year stint with the San Antonio Spurs as an assistant coach. He helped the Atlanta Hawks in 2015 win 60 games and held opponents to 97 points per game. Getting this team to play consistent defense is a priority. Another decision they made was letting Jabari Parker go in free agency after just 4 years with the team. It maybe was painful letting him go, but it might have been the best move. Addition by subtraction. Khris Middleton has been taking his game to another level while Parker was in and out of the lineup. And Middleton was probably the main reason why the Bucks ultimately decided not to re-sign Parker. Right now the Bucks are looking at Middleton as the second best player on the team, and he knows it. That'll give him more motivation and freedom. Everyone expected Thon Maker to build off his playoff performance in his rookie year and carry it over to his sophomore season. He started the season off as the starting center and was out of the starting lineup after just 8 games. He was inconsistent the whole year. Maker shot 37% from the three-point line in his rookie year and then fell off to a disappointing 29% this past season. Maybe the new head coach will have more patience with Thon Maker and focus on developing his game. But I see him being a consistent bench player this upcoming season because of their offseason acquisition, Brook Lopez. Over the last 2 years, Lopez has looked like Steph Curry from the three-point line. His addition should give Bucks fans some optimism that this team could take another step this year. A big man like Lopez being able to consistently stretch the defense could improve the offense dramatically. Adding Lopez was a sneaky good move for the Bucks. Malcolm Brogdon had another solid season last year as he improved as a scorer off the dribble. There was a period of adjustment when Eric Bledsoe was acquired during the season. Brogdon's role changed from starting point guard to 6-man. He missed a good chunk of games with a partially torn quadriceps tendon, but was able to make it back by the end of the regular season. He averaged around 13 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds while shooting 49% from the field and 39% from 3. I believe starting Brogdon with Bledsoe is the best move. I was never a believer of Tony Snell. I'm sure all Bulls fans feel the same way. DJ Wilson is a player with talent that needs to get playing time to develop, but that might not happen this year with the addition of Ersan Ilyasova. Ilyasova was a key piece to the second half of the season run by the Philadelphia 76ers. He's back with the team he started with. Actually, his wife and kids still live in Milwaukee. When you have a player like Giannis, you want to have as much shooting around him as you can get. And that's what Ilyasova and Lopez can provide. Ilyasova is also a good rebounder. The 76ers had a lot of good defenders last year, but their defensive rating was at its best when Ilyasova was on the floor. He will be a major contributor off the bench, whether you put him at the 4 or the 5. Their first-round pick, Donte DiVincenzo, was slowed down by an injury during Summer League and wasn't able to showcase his skill set this summer. But I'm confident the Bucks made the right choice in selecting the most outstanding player from this year's national championship game. He could get a chance to get minutes this year, but it's not a guarantee. The Bucks have made the moves this offseason that could elevate them towards the top of the Eastern Conference. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks end up with home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs.